Videocast number 25, Cold Weather Camping. In the Northeast, if you plan on doing a 12-month camping program, you'll need to be going outside in some cold weather. The keys to cold weather camping is to maintain your core body warmth. Whether the boys realize it or not, as they set up tents, haul water, or just simply move around, they're sweating. And one of the best ways to combat this is to change your socks regularly and wear layered clothes. When a boy comes to me and says he's cold, or it just looks cold, I ask him if he's changed his socks, and the answer is always no. When you think about it, if there is snow on the ground, that means that the ground has to be colder than the air that supports the snow. If you don't have proper footwear, sneakers for instance, that cold gets transferred to your feet. If your feet are wet, you're essentially putting ice in a drink to make it colder, so don't do it. Change your socks. Gear in the cold is important. Similarly to the socks example, when you go to sleep, you're on the same cold ground. If you simply put your sleeping bag on the ground where your tent is, it'll be harder to stay warm. In my troop, we have the boys purchase space blankets and suggest that they get sleeping mats. By doing this, you have multiple layers. We have the ground cloth below the tent bottom, the space blanket, and the sleeping mat before you ever get to the sleeping bag. The tents we use in our troop are 3-man tents, and we usually have 2 scouts per tent. In the cold weather, we try and have a third boy in the tents, especially for the younger scouts. On our latest cold weather camping trip, we actually had 5 of the little guys in one tent. This raises the overall temperature inside the tent. As Scoutmaster, I'm ultimately in charge of their health and safety. So on these trips, you want to keep an eye on the boys, especially the younger, less experienced ones. You look for boys that are abnormally lethargic, blueness in their faces and fingers. When things go south, you need a plan. First, you look at the camp facilities. Most often they have bathrooms that are heated. Sometimes dining halls are open as well. As a fallback, cars are nearby, and you can always stick a boy in a car, turn up the heat, and have him change all of his clothes. I also bring extra gear with me. On this past trip, I carried along an extra space blanket, 2 sleeping bag inserts. These inserts, they're good for about 10 degrees of warmth, an extra fleece jacket, trail mix, tea bags, hot chocolate packets, and a black lawn and leaf bag. In a pinch, you can take one of those thicker bags and put it over the bottom of a sleeping bag. This will hold more of the heat in the bag. Plus, there are always hand warmers you can toss into a bag, and the old trip of putting hot water in a Nagline bottle and tossing it in the bottom of the sleeping bag always works. But this is what works for us. Take what you like, leave the rest, and as we say in Woodbedge, feedback is a gift. Leave yours below in the comments so we can all learn together. I'm Scoutmaster Dave, and this was Cold Weather Camping.